and Pan Dulce. How's that? Coffee and Pan Dulce.
Hey, I'm Christian Cano. You're the co-host. My buttons are Moms Demand Action, Gunsmiths Legislation, Healthcare for All, Medicare for All, and also in my heart, Black Lives Matter on behalf of Joe Oldham, who's a guest of ours who passed away last year. That's it.
Hello, this is Jenny James Gunn. I am a community advocate here in Charlotte, North Carolina for LGBT women's rights with the National Organization for Women, gun sense laws with Moms Demand Action, and anything that extends equity to all. Thank you.
Here we go.
Good morning. It is Coffee and Pan Dulce time, and I guess we're a little slap happy today. It is April the 8th, and hey, we got our April shows going.
Yeah,
and,
we do.
And a lot of other things too are flowing. But anyway, we are rocking it out, and I don't know if we really have a theme for today's show. We didn't really have it for the April Fool's show either.
This one either.
But anyway,
we'll come up with it.
Well, I'm sure between the news stories and the craziness, we're gonna have a pretty zany and quick show here. But take it away, Christian. We'll get started.
Yes. Thank you, Gersemi. Welcome, everyone. This is Coffee and Pan Dulce. I'm Christian Cano, one of your co-hosts from North Carolina, and our wonderful Gersemi is from West Hollywood. She's enjoying the you got spring all year round, so you know. Oh yeah, you're pretty set.
Even in January, the average highs in like the 60s. Like it doesn't freeze here, which I don't mind that at all. I despise winter, so I'm the days get shorter like any other winter season. But other than that, there's a lot of days you wouldn't know that it was January because pretty much every tree around here is green year round. There's fruit year round. There's orange trees right down the street from me.
Wow.
Like there's kumquat. There's 4 little kumquat trees, which are little mini oranges. And
is it illegal to pick them?
Nah.
I guess. Okay, we won't say anything. We won't say anything on camera.
I mean,
audience.
This is not fruits over that fence.
Yes, audience. This is
that's a couple kumquats amongst friends and neighbors. But it's actually a rental house, and there's almost nobody living in it. So it's no name, fair game.
That's right. Well, listen, today when you watch us, hopefully it will be April the 8th, and we want to welcome you to April, welcome you to spring. We don't have a title for today's show, so when you see the title, it'll be something that we talked about here or something that we just...
Maybe fruits picking fruits. I don't know.
Yeah, fruits picking fruit. Oh, that's a good title. Yeah, that's right. Low hanging fruit. All right, here we go. Before we go into the show, which will be a very short show for reasons that you don't need to know about, we're going to jump directly into Barb's current events.
And this is Barb's current events.
Okay, here we go. Gersemi, the first one. Brain scans of MAGA people. Someone did a study of brain scans of people who were MAGA and people who were not, And the MAGA people's brains are wired a little differently. They're wired very similar to evangelical Christians. Very interesting.
No shit.
Not sure how to take that one, but I guess there's a lot you can read into that. The next one, the Supreme Court or federal court ruled that the Pentagon can't exclude certain press people, like the New York Times, who sued them. They can't exclude them, and as a result of that, the Secretary of Defense, what do you call him?
Kickstand.
Yeah, kickstand. Yeah, Pete Kickstand.
Kickstand, like you know, like in college when they do a handstand on a keg.
Oh, he's a
kickstand.
Pete Kickstand. He decided, I'm just going to close the media. So he's decided to close the media office so no one can go into the office. So that's very interesting. I guess he can do that. Mature. And then this last one, we kind of talked about on the last show about South Texas, but a new survey, which has been going on for all year round, shows that Latino voters are even more underwater against Republicans than previously thought. And it also talked about how there was this, they did an analysis and they said that Trump did pick up a very small percentage of young Hispanic men. There was an uptake, but it was so minute that it made no difference in the actual outcome of the election. Now, granted, probably all the little minutiaes, made him kind of get over the top, but It was so overplayed that traditionally Hispanics have been voting for Democrats 60-40, and the highest person who ever got Hispanics was, I think, George W. Bush got the most Hispanic voters. Ever since then, it's been like in the 30s and 40%. And so this myth that somehow the Hispanic vote has been shifting to Republican is really something that Republicans have been saying because they need some type of momentum. And they need to tell people that people are coming to them because they're not. And so anyway, those are the three. Gersemi, have at it.
Well, I mean, they've been sowing this lie for a long time. And I've heard this. I heard this in the 1990s that, conservative Catholic Hispanics are going to start voting Republican and blah, 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 and all this. And it just never really happened. And this lie, it's been in different forms. And also the MAGAs have proven why Hispanics should not trust Republicans.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, look at the priorities of this administration and how they're funding basically a private army to come after predominantly Hispanic people. Look at the areas they go to. Look at the cities they target. Look who they target. And realize if you're a Hispanic who vote for Trump, you got played. And you shouldn't be surprised. It's a 90% white party. They fucking don't give a shit about you guys, and you're not a priority. Yep.
And I know you and I have said this for a while, especially since we're both born in Texas. But regardless of what a Hispanic person does, regardless of how much Spaniard you think you have in you, if you have a Hispanic surname, if you look a little bit Hispanic, if you have darker hair, if you have darker eyes, whatever it is, you will never be equal in the eyes of a white supremacist, a Christian nationalist, or a MAGA person. You will never. No matter how much you try to be one of the good ones, you will always be a wetback to them. That is just the reality.
And here's the truth.
Yeah.
If you have to be one of the good ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you courting the company of fucking bigots?
Exactly. Unless you just like the abuse. You think there are people who just
the same way with Uncle Tom, black people. What is the advantage of being an ultra minority in a political organization that hates you, that spends all their waking moments vilifying your communities, rounding people up in your communities, incarcerating your communities at the highest levels possible? Why in the world would you want to support that? They are not going to stop targeting you.
Yeah, exactly.
They're never going to stop targeting you. They are conservatives and they hate everybody.
Yeah, you're right.
Why in the fuck you would vote for that and regress this country back is beyond me. But speaking of brain scans,
Yeah.
actually, the truth is on that deal, you're not completely correct. They scanned a lot of MAGA brains and they found nothing.
Oh. So
I'll be here all week.
Let's take our first break on that one. All right, we'll be right back at Coffee and Pan Dulce right after this.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching our spring shows and sticking with us. And we've got a fabulous summer lineup. I hope y'all are excited as I am, and let's enjoy our summers. Hot Girl Summer 2024. See y'all.
Bye y'all.
Bye y'all. Hey y'all, thanks for watching, and support local black and brown businesses, including our sponsor, Manolo Bakery. That has some fabulous pastries, food, king steaks, all kinds of specialty cakes, swallowing, and much, much more. Some of the best food you eat in Charlotte, North Carolina. Again, Manolo's Bakery, right here in East Charlotte. Thanks for watching.
Hi, this is Urance Pascual Mateo. I am back. Spedeke is back in 2026, and yes, my hiatus was sad, and it was caused by a bunch of, butthurt losers. But I'm not gonna say that. Don't worry, I'm here. I'm gonna be annoying. I'm gonna say fuck fascism, and I'm gonna stand up against this shit. So please, like, subscribe, enjoy my show, and let's fight against the bullshit that we continue to go through.
Hey y'all, you can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, and your favorite audio podcast platforms. You can catch your special editions of Coffee and Pan Dulce as always. And we appreciate y'all listening. And we're going to do more episodes. We're going to do some zany things in 2025. And most of all, we're going to have lots of fun as always. Thanks for listening. And look for the new shouts. Appreciate it. So I have a great fall lineup, and we encourage you to tune in to many of our fabulous shows, like our DC Say show, and many more things in October and November as well. Thanks for watching as always, and we'll see you next time.
Bye y'all.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching the Florida shows. They've been wildly successful. Obviously, it's a topic that you guys have enjoyed and wanted to know more of. And we like talking about the dumpster fire that used to be the state of Florida, and we'll probably talk about it some more this summer. Thanks for watching, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Thanks for watching. Howdy, y'all. Christian Cano here at the terrific new theater in Birmingham, Alabama.
My name is Tamara DeBolt. I'm the executive director of Terrific New Theater, the theater in which this glorious world premiere is taking place.
So you're not a cast member?
I am not.
And I'm Del Shores, and I'm not a cast member. I wrote the recipe box, and I directed it. Yes, and...
I'm Emerson Collins, and I play Rick Sprague, the depressive math professor who gets left by his husband and stuck with his mother-in-law.
I am the mother-in-law he is stuck with. My name is Carrie Gisler Oliver, and I play Luwanda Bayless, and she's a fun little character. I enjoy her very much.
And for me, I sort of love this idea of a man who like wants to do okay in life, but has a significant childhood trauma that sort of overwhelms him into adulthood, and what that does to the relationships with the other characters and people in his life. And I find that really fascinating. It's we're all broken for various different reasons, and the particular things that he is stuck in that he can't get past, and how it impacts his relationships, and what it means to work through that and build a new relationship and sort of rediscover yourself was a really exciting sort of cliff to jump off of into this really great play.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching our Coffee Pan Dulce Show every week. Don't forget you can watch us visually on our video podcast platforms on Facebook and YouTube, but you can also listen to us on your favorite audio podcast platforms like Apple, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all of the other ones that your favorite, whatever your favorite is. Once again, thank you for watching us on Coffee Pan Dulce. We'll dance out. Welcome back, everyone. So, hey, let's stay on the topic of brain scans. I completely agree. And I think most people who grew up in very religious families know that as a person gets older, religion becomes important to them because they're looking for some comfort. They're looking for some, they're looking for some answers to this is the reason why I existed, and very spiritual kind of things and whatever. I completely agree with you. I also agree with you that a person who is like an evangelical Christian, or someone who really, what we would call in our day Bible thumpers, I think so we would call them in our days, that there's something a little off with them.
Oh,
and I don't think it would be surprising if we said that people would agree with us. They just don't want to say it because they don't want to hurt people's feelings. But that is true.
But that's part of the problem.
Sure.
And we've soft-pedaled psychotic right-wing Christian movements and acted like they're legitimate or that it's sane. And it's how Nazi parties are born, is when you soft-pedal and enable. And what we end up doing is we end up enabling it because we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But the fact is, they don't give a fuck about your feelings. And more importantly, is that these people need to be held out as examples and cautionary tales on what not to do with your life.
Yeah.
These wackos in these extremist churches and these extremist Christian religious organizations, they're not like the little old lady that just needs some comfort and needs a socialization. They need, they don't want to go to a nightclub. They don't want, they want to go where their peers are at. They want to relax. They want to, there is a high contingent of churchgoers. They're typically older. They're just seeking the comfort that that social entity will give them. And there's nothing wrong with that. I have 0.0 issue with people seeking solace and comfort because life is hard, whether it's Buddhism, whether it's Christianity, whatever. Those people don't bother me at all. I would go do you, boo. That'd be like them being mad that I go to a Pride event. It's none of my business.
Yeah.
The moment it becomes my business is when that organization targets me or somebody else.
Yes. And
that's the moment I've got to say. At that moment, it ceases to be loving and comforting and becomes a weaponization of stupid people. And people that are in the MAGA evangelical movement that target people and go along with that are stupid. Yep. And that is what that brain scan found. Was that they are warped minds with a lot of stupid shit to say, and they really need to keep it to themselves, or I can help shut you up. I'm sick of people saying lumping. There are good Christians like James Tellerico, for example. Very loving man, very progressive man, a devout Christian. I don't have an issue with him. There's a lot of people in the Democrat Party that are people of faith, that are good people. I will say Christianity has protected the bad people too much. And we can't be afraid to call out what needs to be called out, because the other side, they cancel people all the time. They canceled Budweiser for fucking 6 rainbow cans. They cost that company billions of dollars over 6 rainbow cans and 1 30-second commercial. And had to hear about it for 6 fucking months from Kid Rock and every other wacko.
Welcome back, audience. I'm so sorry for the technical delay, and I apologize for Gersemi. She was in the middle of a conversation about brain scans and MAGA, and we had a technical issue on this end.
Yeah.
And so that's how I'm going to leave that. So finish your thought, Gersemi. I'm so sorry about that.
I mean, basically, it kind of goes back to the old saying, if you don't got anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And a lot of evangelical Christians need to remember that, is that people's sexuality, things like that, it shouldn't concern you. It's not their job. It's not a tenet of their faith. They're not doing anything that is going to help them in their mythological afterlife. It's just bizarre to me that somebody would be so obsessed, because I don't think about them at all, except when I do the show or I see some wacky thing that they're saying online. Is that, and then they've gotten to the point where they've so justified their BS that you see these people like that bigoted pastor that's saying that God, he's hoping, praying that God kills James Tallarico and stuff. Like, there's a point where they need to hold a mirror up to their face and be aware enough that what they're saying not only is wrong on every level and every tenet of their faith, it goes against it, but you sound stupid. Yeah. You really sound stupid. You sound very low-grade. You sound very stupid.
I completely agree with you. If you like what you hear from Gersemi, she does have a show that comes on every Wednesday at 11:30. It's called Two Queers in a Truck. Watch her show. I'm on it. And so, watch the show. We'll be right back on Coffee and Pan Dulce right after this.
Hey, thanks for listening to us as always on Coffee and Pan Dulce. And just to let you know, we're on all the audio podcast platforms. So work it out or whatever, you can just listen to us. Or if you want to see our bright, shiny faces, we're on YouTube and Facebook. You can even be fans and you can comment on our shows on the Facebook platform and drown out people who don't actually listen to the show but like to fly us. But anyway, we appreciate y'all very much, and keep on listening so that Christian and I are just not sitting here talking to ourselves. Have a great year.
Thank you, everybody, for watching Coffee and Pan Dulce. Jenny and Chris had an amazing talk right there, and this is Yorense from Espera Que. Our show is on Thursdays, 7 p.m. on every podcast places you get podcasts. Podcasts, brain fart. But if you want to listen to me doing brain farts and having hot takes and leftist takes and just screaming at the shitty, burning world we are living in, come over to Espera Que. You're going to have a fun time.
Hey, y'all. Thanks, as always, for listening to Coffee and Pan Dulce. And guess what? As part of our Cannis Media family of shows, we have a sister show that's been running alongside the Coffee Show for 6 years, 6 seasons. And it's Two Queers in a Truck. And in fact, we've been on air, as it says right behind Christian, as we record this, in case you're watching the video version of this. It's exciting. It's a little different. It comes more from, obviously, the queer perspective, because it's Two Queers in a Truck. And we invite you to listen to it. You don't have to be queer to listen. And I promise it most likely will not give you scabies. I can't 100% verify that, but it's just a medical rumor started by me, actually. But anyway, come out and check us out on our sister show, Two Queers in a Truck. All the exciting 2025 news shows on the Cannis Media family. As always, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Up next is Two Queers in a Truck with Jenny and Christian. And hope you guys tune in. We'll see you in about 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. So please don't forget to watch Gersemi Show every Wednesday at 11:30. Don't forget to watch Urense's show, Espereke, every Thursday at 7 p.m. And then in May, Tony Foreman will be coming back with his show that drops every Wednesday morning at 10 in the morning, and all the Cannis Media shows. We got some out there that are still holding that will be dropping here soon. So please join us. So any last thoughts before we end this second show of April? Wow, hard to believe that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird that we're in April. Yeah, it
just flew by.
Literally, I mean, it's the year's gone by. We're about a third of the way through the year, and
closer to the election.
I think a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people overwhelmed, but I think also a lot of people are holding out hope that we can get a brand new Congress in 2027. And I think that's what drives a lot of people. Is
there's that
it's
hope
definitely
out there
driving a lot of people to the primaries and the special elections. We're seeing high turnout. We're seeing high turnout and interest in the California primaries this spring, and it's going to be one of these things that I think we're going to see. I think 2026 should, or hopefully should, bring the change that we need to get us on some kind of course that makes sense.
Exactly.
And if election trends stay true to form, we should see a pretty massive reshuffling of a balance of power to where at least the Senate and especially the House is going to have regime change and leadership change for the better.
Yeah,
and
hope. I think we all hope so. But as you've said many times, we got to keep doing it. I mean, we can't just assume that someone else is going to do it. We got to keep doing it. So keep out there, keep doing it. Yeah,
we've got to win in numbers and win in such high margins that they can't be tampered with. I think if there's overwhelming landslides across the nation, I think it's going to shut a lot of people up. It's going to shut a lot of problematic people up, and
I hope so. Yeah,
and hopefully build to our momentum to 2028.
Yeah, just bring some. You know, even those people who wanted chaos, because a lot of people, they vote because they want chaos. They want things shaken up. That's just nature. When you're not succeeding like you maybe want to, you, instead of looking from within and saying, okay, maybe there's something different I have to do, they like to blame others. And that's what MAGA is all about. MAGA is all about blaming other people for your own problems.
Yeah.
And so, you know, hopefully we will get a flip. And I hope so. We're going to do our best. We're the MAGA resistance, aren't we? I mean, I think we can openly say that. We have to. Or what did you say? What did you tell me the other day when we were texting? You said we're the MAGA. We're the MAGA heat, or I can't remember what you said. Something that might be our title of this show. But Gersemi, thank you so much. I want to thank you for coming on today. Thank everyone who's watching us. This is so important. Sure. Sorry, these are quick shows. For one of these days when you read our book, you'll know what happened behind the scenes today. That might be in there. We'll see.
It'll be pretty funny.
It will be funny, especially when I tell you all that happened. All right. Love you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.
All right. Bye, y'all. Hey, y'all. Thanks for watching Coffee Pan Dulce. And as always, enjoy your spring breaks if you haven't had them yet. And we're pretty close to summer. And if you do have a primary coming out, make sure you're participating if you are registered to vote. And if you have an open primary and you can register at the last minute, go ahead and get registered. It'd be a great time and a great inspiration to go ahead and get that going. And the fall's around the corner, so make sure if you're not registered in time that you're registered in time for the fall elections as well. Do a little pre-cleaning and updating. But anyway, we will see you next week, and have a great week. Thanks as always. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for listening to Coffee Pan Dulce. And one of our big things is that if you missed any of our other shows, we are on Facebook, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple for the most part, and a bunch of other audio podcast platforms. So if you've missed us, come back. The water's fine. Tip on in. It's 85 degrees here in my imagination. But anyway, we have 332 episodes in the tank. You can pull up any of them. And most of all, we have fresh ones dropping most weeks. And we got 3 more shows coming. Be excited. But as always, thanks for listening to Coffee Pan Dulce. And look forward to the 2025 season. Thanks, y'all.
Hi, y'all.
Hi, everybody. This is Yorense from the LatinX Show over here. All I'm here is doing a little quick PSA. Use this summer to do volunteer work. Go to your nearest YMCA. Go to your nearest homeless shelter. Go to whatever community services or programs that you can help out and volunteer. Because right now, we have a bunch of fascist pieces of shit trying to rip apart our country and rip apart the people, our communities, by spreading hate and bigotry. The best way to combat it is 1, working in your community and standing strong to show that you are strong and you're here to help out others. 2, combat misinformation. If you hear bullshit, first research and make sure if it's true or not. If it is not true, call it out. If it is true, get the facts. Be knowledgeable of it because it might come out later. So always stand against that. And 3, fuck fascists. Stand against them. Make them feel uncomfortable. There is too many people out there feeling like they can say the hard R or say slurs or be violent. Make them understand that a lot of people die to make sure this hatred and bigotry does not exist. All our civil rights workers, all the people who restored normity, everybody who fought against intolerance and hatred, they died and worked their asses off to stop this. So follow in their footsteps and stop this madness. This is Yorense again from LatinX, and all I can say is be there for your community and stand up for what's right. Fuck fascism and have a wonderful day.
Next up, thanks for watching Coffee Pan Dulce. Next up is 2 Queers and a Truck. Stay tuned.
Coffee and Pan Dulce. How's that? Coffee and Pan Dulce.
That was funny. I like that one. All right, we're going to come back and talk about brain scans. How's that? All right, something. Here we go.
And this is the Jenny Award.
And this is the Pendejo Chronicles. Coffee and Pan Dulce. How's that? Coffee and Pan Dulce.
Sounds great.
You sounded like a telenova. I mean,
I'm trying to. All I have to say is go. Yes.
As a non-Spanish speaker.